A very good evening to you. I am Zondo. We love it when we have champions in studio, and right now Platinum FC will be campaigning in the National First Division from next season. They gained promotion alongside Limpopo-based side Magesi FC. The two teams met in the final of the season's ABC Motsepe League playoffs, and last month where Platinum were crowned the champions. So joining us in studio is coach Delano Hendriks and Benolo Seeco, who plays in the central midfield. First things first, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. A huge congratulations. It's been a couple of weeks since you've been crowned as champions. How has the win so far impacted the club? Maybe let's start with you, coach.
Good evening, and thank you for having us. It's just been 1 week since we've been crowned champions. Getting over the jitters of championship now and starting to prepare for life in the newly announced today Motsepe, no longer Clad Africa League. And yeah, for us as a technical team, it's all down to hard work again, preparing and starting out our new plans.
Benolo, it was quite a huge milestone, you know, for the club and as you as players. Has it sunk in already, this victory?
I think it has sunk in. We did very well. And like the coaches are saying, we're looking forward to the next hurdle.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a huge hurdle. But I want us to start things off by asking about the name change, you know, because the entire Westbury, we've always known you as La Masia, and now you are Platinum. What was the reason behind this name change?
So we are definitely still La Masia.
Okay.
Unfortunately, however, when the new the chairman bought a new status, which was actually Platinum, and unfortunately by the time the league had resumed we were unable to change it. But now that the season has finished, it will undergo the name change and we'll be back to the La Masia, as everybody knows.
All right. And let's talk a little bit about that final. You know, you and Magesi both knew you were safe going to ply your trade now in the Motsepe Foundation Championship. So we saw a little bit of not such an electric performance as we saw in the semi-finals. What was your mindset at the time as the players on the field?
I think it was more fatigue. That's why we were struggling, both teams, I think, because the coaches reminded us that people won't remember the runners-up, but they'll always remember the champions.
All right.
So by God's grace, we got at least a goal.
Okay, and what happened to that prize money? We need to ask. Has it now clocked into the different bank accounts?
Yeah, let's go to the first one. The performance in the final is always going to be low because the time frame for recovery is actually non-existent. You play back-to-back games up all the way into the final. So I would also like to see SAFA changing that format a little bit so that the quality of the final improves. I'm sure all the viewers will agree that the final didn't look good. It was definitely fatigue from both sides. Mm-hmm. And to answer your question about the big money that's clocked in, yes, we still haven't received it as yet, but as soon as we do, we will make sure that everybody gets what they deserve.
That's what we want to hear. Now, the big question is, you are now moving from the amateur league to a professional league. There is definitely going to be major transitions in terms of that. What structures have you put in place as a club to make sure that you are competitive in the second tier?
So definitely there's a lot of change that needs to happen. We can't do things the same way as we did previously. As a technical team, we will not run and go and get the more experienced players as a lot of clubs do. We have got a lot of players who have deserved to be on this level maybe 3-4 seasons ago already. So we'll maintain and keep them. Yes, we will bolster up in certain departments, but we'll show faith in the boys that have brought us here. And yeah, like I said, the hard work has begun. It's just more about making sure we don't overload and underload during our pre-season and make sure the boys peak at the correct time during the games.
I love hearing that, and I'm sure you're also happy to hear that, because a lot of the times when clubs move on to different leagues, they do acquire certain players. So to know that a lot of you will be guaranteed a place in the team is a good thing. How is your life and some of your players' lives now going to change, moving from the amateur to the professional?
I think it's more of a mindset. We just need to fix our minds so that we can focus on the next step. Nothing has changed. We're going to play the same football, going to live the same life. So I think it's more of a mindset. So we just have to focus more on what's at hand.
And the bittersweet thing about teams moving on to a different division is that now the players become attractive to other clubs because they also want to bolster their teams. What are you going to be doing in terms of player retention?
So for us, I think it's safe to say we've had 1 or 2 players who've already been snapped up by some other PSL teams.
Sure.
And for us, it's sort of a feather in our hats. It means we've done a good job, and the players have responded well to our training methods. In terms of, I think if there's a better opportunity for any one of our boys, we'll not stand in their way because we're all about opportunities. However, if the opportunities are coming from teams that are going to participate in the same league as us, then we'll obviously put up a fight and try and keep on the player as much as possible. But yeah, I've said during the week also, players should want to be with us. So it's no good keeping a player who's just staying for money. He should want to be part of the badge and the pride and the history and legacy we're about to create.
Absolutely. And this team has been doing very well, Benolo. Just pre-COVID, you won the Walter Sisulu, the annual soccer championship, right?
Yeah.
Maybe just tell us a little bit about the achievements that you've been able to amass as a club.
Yes, we've achieved a lot. I think it was the Walter Sisulu, and then it was the Stephen Pienaar, yeah, and some tournament in. So we've been doing well. So even the provincial league we won. So yeah, even the national playoffs. So we've been doing well. I think we deserve everything we've achieved because we've been working hard.
And this means that you're not going into the NFD just to make up numbers. You are going to be competitive.
Yes, definitely. We want to compete.
Yeah.
It's possible if Chippa United managed to go through with their first season. So we definitely want to try and achieve that.
All right, Coach, just to wrap things up, so what is the vision for the second tier? You know, what are you hoping to achieve realistically? What are the dreams for Platinum?
To a lot of people, I'm the crazy one. I said it when I joined the team that this team will go to the Glad Africa now, Motsepe, NFD. And I'm saying it again that I'll be the crazy one again. We will work tirelessly as we have. And I'm very sure that we'll be in the top 3 in the first season and push for PSL promotion again.
Oh, that is definitely what we want to hear. Platinum is not going into the NFD to just make up numbers. They want to finish at least in the top 3 and ply their trade in the PSL. Huge congratulations to them walking away as the ABC Motsepe champions. That's where we'll leave it for now from the sports desk.